Random Ola riff of the day. Yes, great. What's up, everyone, and welcome to FAQ123. In the latest FAQ, we talked a lot about changing the name of this whole series. And you guys were awesome. You were giving me a bunch of really good suggestions. I had a couple of really good suggestions myself. There was a poll. It was just awesome and amazing. I think my favorite one out of your suggestions was Church of Ola. Can be a problem. And the winner of the poll, I'm absolutely not surprised, was Anus with Ola. Anus with Ola is a perfect name for this series, but if I want to keep on making money on YouTube and making videos, anus is not a good word. At least I don't think it's like a recommended word from YouTube if you want to have advertisements on your video. But then again, I have no idea. Just by me saying anus, this video is probably demonetized already. So even though I got a lot of good suggestions, I'm probably going to stick with FAQ name because it's just simple, it's short. You know, if I would change the name to something else, people will be like, hey man, what's up? Why did you stop your FAQ? Ah! But I don't want people to get pissed off. So I'm just gonna keep on with the FAQ name. Great, let's just do the first question. Johnny Ranta, hey Ola, love your channel. Comedy Gold, question, which haunted song? This is from last week's FAQ. Good, I'm in the wrong folder. Chaosware, shit Ola. Love the rig of the day idea. Here's a suggestion. Maybe you could talk about each elements of the rig a bit more in details throughout the video. Great idea. So, rig of the week, instant success when I mentioned it in the latest FAQ video. But I'm gonna make you all super disappointed and stop right away. I'm not gonna do any more rig of the week in this FAQ. But I will branch out the rig of the week and make it a thing on my channel instead. So it'll be more of a dedicated video for that rig. Now that I'm in my new office, I want to revisit a bunch of my amplifiers, a bunch of the rigs I've been doing, and also revisit some really old school amps that I did back in the day, like in 2010 or 11. You know, it's my new segment. It will be called Rig of the Week. I'll see if I have one this coming week. Maybe. We'll have to see. I think this is a better idea than having it in the FAQ because then I can go deep down into details and nerdiness and all that stuff. I know a lot of people that are watching my FAQs are necessarily not into guitar gear, so I'm just gonna split it up like that. Okay, good talk. Chaosware, member as well. Oh, I love you. Patrick Williams, get Jem Majura in your get Jem Majura in your studio with Henning and Englund. Who is Jem Majura? I'm getting some really disturbed pictures in my head after this. I'm sorry. But yeah, it would be super awesome to have Jem Majura, my #1 stalker, and Henning and Englund in this little office of mine. That would be excellent. Maybe I will have to start my own, like, what do you call it? The Ola camp. You know, that everyone is doing, where they basically invite everyone to be a part of a weekend or whatever, and they get food, they get hotels, and you know, they sit and make content together, and they're like coochie coo, and they're like, oh, we're having such a good time, we're making the same content, something like that. No, I think that's actually a really good idea for them, but not for me, because I'm Ola, the loner. Not loner as loner of things. People lent me amplifiers, so I guess that makes me a loner. Oiled, hello Ola. When you solo, I immediately recognize your style and soundscape. Do you have a go-to scale? This is an excellent question, but there's a reply to this. Austin Mars, Ola doesn't know music theory, so he wouldn't be able to explain it. I can probably not explain it through what scales I'm using because he's completely right. I have no idea what I'm doing in regards to scale. I know what the major and minor scale is. I know what a harmonic minor is. But I think the reason why you recognize my style is because, you know, I have a certain type of finger tone and I have a certain type of vibrato. Now, if it's good or not, that doesn't matter, but it's mine. And I think that is what people are starting to recognize. And also, it might be because you're watching me, you know, a couple of times a week playing guitar. That might also be a contributing factor to why you recognize my playing or my style. And also because maybe I'm playing the same riff over and over. Just saying, that might be a good reason why you might recognize me, just saying. Washi Solis, Ola, what was the best-selling solar guitar model in 2019? Great question! There's a camera over there. I always forget about that. I should talk into this one right now just because I'm so pro. But I have to lean back like this, so you all have to see my belly. Okay, best-selling solar guitar of 2019. It's the same one as for 2018, which is the A2.6C. Now, why, you ask? Because one, it's black, it's the most standard solar guitar out there, and it's the least expensive one. But with that said, that one is the most sold guitar for us, the 1 series most definitely trumps the 2 series. The difference between the 1 and the 2 series is that the 1 series are more spec'd out. They have better hardware, they have more features and so on, and are a little bit more expensive because of that. And you would imagine that a lot of people would buy the less expensive guitars, but no, the number 1 series is the most selling series out of all of our guitars, which is really awesome. So that's the thing I'm really happy about. The difference between Series 1 and 2, for instance, is that all the Series 1 guitars have stainless steel frets, they have lumen lays, they have locking tuners, different bridges, you know, the Evertune or like a Floyd Rose or a Hipshot USA. But other than that, the guitars are built the exact same way. So you're not really missing out on any quality, I would say, with getting a 2 series, other than the specs being different. I mean, they play equally awesome. So that's the answer to my question. And I also got to be Ola the salesman right there for a little bit. So thank you so much for that enabling question. Aiden Franklin, hello Ola, do you think that shred is dead? Thank you for your time. No, I don't think that shred is dead. I think people saying that shred is dead or metal is dead, they're just fishing for headlines. I mean, right now, guitar players are better than ever, in my opinion, or they're pushing the limits more and more. And personally, I think the best era for guitar playing is right now when it comes to unique players, in my opinion. I mean, we had all the rock stars back in the day. That was awesome. But now we're getting, you know, unique players from all around the world with their unique different styles. And, you know, I think we're all very lucky to live in this era where we get to see all this talent. Then obviously we also get to see the less talented people. But I wouldn't trade it for anything else because I feel a lot more enlightened now today than I did back in the day. And saying shred is dead, that feels like such an old guy thing to say. Shred is definitely not dead. Maybe for you it is, but it's not for me. Blowjob... No, it's BJ Thrash, okay? Riff of the day, something by Def, because having a Pantera riff almost every video is kind of boring. No, that's where you're wrong. Can never be boring. But let's just do a Def riff anyway. Riff of the day! What's that riff? Okay, let's do it. Accurate. Remember, we talked in the latest FAQ about Ola being teaching material. There it is. That's Ola teaching. That is a really cool Def riff though, but maybe I should put a little bit more effort into the last part there. But no, Jem Majura. Oh, it's Jem Magera. About the 8 AM YouTube premiere thing. As much as I love you and your content, thank you. But Saturday night is a weekend day on which... Okay, she's talking about me having FAQs premiered 8 AM Sunday mornings. Okay, just to get a little bit of context there. But Saturday night is a weekend day on which a lot of musicians, a majority of your audience, question mark, play live shows with their bands, etc. Or like me, stay up until 4 AM practicing guitar and recording backing tracks for NAMM, just because they can. Mwahaha! I will not set my alarm to 8 AM on the one day of the week where it's perfectly fine to sleep in. Just my opinion. See you at NAMM in a few days. Safe travels. Oh, Jen Majera, everyone. Thank you so much, Jen. I really appreciate your opinion, but I have to disagree with you. I think a big majority of my viewers are maybe guitar players or people playing guitar. I don't think they are musicians playing live. I think a big portion of my audience is people like me that have kids maybe and don't necessarily drink that much, and they are up Sunday morning, 8 AM. And I think that might be a reason why the FAQs are doing great, because they're uploaded when no one else is uploading YouTube videos. There's a lot of talk on YouTube on the time span when you should release a video for maximum exposure. Sunday 8 AM is probably the worst time ever to upload a video. But who the cares? I just think that the premiere thing is for the people that are actually up, that just want a little bit of extra. You're still going to be able to watch the FAQs just like any other video after the premiere has been done. So it's just like another FAQ Sunday, basically. And 8 a.m. is basically the time I always uploaded my videos back in the day. So I'm not going to change the time where I upload a video, I'm just saying. But thank you so much, Jen Majura. I love you. Leave an order. My dearest Ola, what are your thoughts on the upcoming VR Half-Life game? Thank you so much. I think it's called the Asphyx or the Affix or the Asphyx VR game from Steam. And I'm actually really, really stoked about this because you know why? Because Steam has made, up until now, the best VR experience yet, and that is the lab. Probably one of the first VR experiences when, you know, the HTC Vive and, you know, all those Oculus came along was the lab from Steam. And I think still to this day, it's probably the best VR experience so far. So I have really high hopes for this game. I mean, Steam has yet to make a shit game, in my opinion. Don't quote me on that. It might be shit. But yeah, I am looking forward to it. Thank you. Uncle RJ Kitten. Hey Ola, what are your thoughts on improvised solos over tapped out solos? Fredrik Tornedal and Tony Iommi are known for improvising their solos live, even on the same song. This is a great question, and there's two sides of this coin. There's a lot of people that enjoy when a lead guitar player improvises live, because that is a certain form of musicality there where you can just come up with something on the fly. And then there's the fans that are expecting to hear the solos and the leads exactly as they were played on the albums. I like both, I would say. I mean, for instance, when I play a song that someone else made, you know, for when I joined The Haunted, for instance, and I started playing Anders' leads, you know, I play them as close as I can to the album version because I think that the people that are coming out to these shows, they want to hear the original version of the solo and not my take on another guy's solo. And I think it's a way of showing respect to the author of that solo and the fans as well. So that's what I do with The Haunted, for instance. But then there are instances, or maybe a couple songs, where I actually do improvise a little bit over my solos. But it usually might be the parts where I don't really remember what I played on the album, and then I just kind of, you know, work myself around that area. I think that there's a difference. Like if people would want to go and see Dream Theater live, which I'm actually going to this coming week, I'm going to watch Dream Theater play Scenes from Memory in its fullest. And I think like in a situation like that, people want to hear everything being performed as it was on the album. But if you go watch like a jazz band or a band like Aristocrats, for instance, you're bound to expect that Guthrie Govan would improvise a majority of his stuff, because, you know, that's what you expect from him. I think it's a question of what people expect from the bands that they're watching live. And like regarding Fredrik Tornedal, for instance, I've been touring with Meshuggah a couple of times, and even though if he improvises his solos, they're about in the same area, I would say, as the previous night. So there's similarities, of course, within the solos and about the same patterns, but some note choices can be different from one song and another, depending on the night. But it's still kind of similar in some ways. So, I mean, where do you draw the line, really? Great question, by the way. It made me talk a lot. Kepre hopieko. Okay, Cyrillic Slayer. Kepren iopieko. Yes. Kepren iopieko. Ola. Ola, I remember you talking about your picking technique. Have you given up on relearning it? Talking about my picking technique, I have a little backwards type of picking. I made tons of videos about this, but I angle my pick backwards, and I've been talking about starting to try and learn to play with it angled forwards, which is what a lot of people recommend. And I've also noticed when I try this that my alternate picking becomes a lot more stable and better, but it also hurts my tone a little bit, in my opinion. So I'm still playing backwards like this. And yes, I have given up on the thought of switching this to the regular style like this. It's also because, you know, after I broke my thumb last year, my thumb is a lot more stiff than before. You know, I can't open up a jar like I could back in the day. So that sucks. I mean, my mobility on my thumb is not the same, and I definitely do not have the strength as I did 1 year back. I'm not looking to switch up my technique or anything like that. I mean, I want to practice and improve, but I still think that I have a long way to go even with the picking technique that I'm having or using at the time. You know, I'm a never say never guy, so who knows? Ask me in a year, who knows? Thank you so much. Flip! Hey Ola, my girlfriend and I both watch your videos and love your channel. For Xmas, you surprised me with a beautiful Solar S1.7 Popular Barrel. This is my first 7-string guitar. Question, what are some tips for someone transitioning from a 6-string guitar to a 7-string guitar? First of all, holy shit, your girlfriend must be the most amazing girl out there. Buying your boyfriend a guitar, and also it being a solo guitar, she has class, I must say. I'm really liking your girlfriend. Send a picture. Okay, so a great way to get into 7-string guitar is basically to just learn songs that are played on 7-string. You should check out some early Meshuggah, Korn, great 7-strings, Dream Theater. There's a lot of good Dream Theater songs. Nevermore? Check out Nevermore. Holy shit. All the later Nevermore albums were played from Dead Heart and the Dead World and up until now was played on a 7-string. I would recommend you to check out some of those songs and just play, have fun. And then eventually I think that you probably won't, you know, feel as much of a difference between 6 and 7-string. At least that was my perception back in the day when I started playing 7-string, that it's just like, oh, it's just another string and it's not really a big thing. So there you go. Good luck. Thrash Lord. Hello, Ola. I just wanted to know if you have ever gone through mental health issues, such as having anxiety, depression. Whether if you have it or not, I think it would be a great opportunity to share your insight regarding about having mental health issues, as that's because many people out there suffer from these conditions, me, myself included. To us, you are a shining light in many people's dark times. Music for many of us is good therapy, and as well as watching your channel. Thank you, Ola, for being a great model and a good figure to us musicians out there. Thank you so much. This is a topic where I feel that I don't want to talk that much about this because I think mental health is so individual and so different that it's really hard to compare. Personally, I don't think I've ever been in a depression. I've been sad about things, and I know and there's been times where I've been low, and but I don't think it has come to the point where I feel really depressed or that it affected me in such a way where it's been really bad for me. So I can't really relate to people with mental issues. Life is a bitch, to be honest. Some people have it easy, some people are going through a lot of rough times. I'm a really happy dude right now, and I have kids, I have a wife, I have some sort of a career that's going sort of well. I mean, it's really easy for me to say like, hey man, just pull yourself together and get out of this, okay? You're in control of your own life. You should just take care of yourself. That's really easy for me to say, but that's not life, because life is not easy. I don't think I'm in the position of, helping out other than trying to understand people and trying to just portray my positivity on you guys. The least I can do is just show my strength and show my positivity and understanding for people, and hopefully that can inspire someone or make someone feel less shit about themselves. It's hard for me to say. I think it's a really tough subject, and I know a lot of people struggle with this, and I think it's very important to know that if you are alone and out there and feel like there's no way out or that there's no help to get, there is help to get. If you have family and friends, reach out to them. If you don't have family or friends, there are numbers to call. This is not something that should be taken lightly. This is a very severe topic. So all I can do is just shed some light on it. Even though I feel I can't really help, at least I can say that there is help out there. I just wish that I had more to say about this. Like Fresh Lord, if you in particular want to talk with me, just hit me up on Discord. We'll voice chat for a little bit, okay? Okay, Hellheaven 1347. Hello from France, Ola. I was wondering if you see this amateur video of you playing Time Will Not Heal at Frankfurt Music Messe 2015, where there's a little girl with his father behind you headbanging and doing devil horns. It's so funny. Keep writing tasty riffs and have a very good day. Oh shit, okay, let's do this. Can I do it here maybe? Okay, amateur. Okay, don't start with the word amateur. Maybe I should not Google amateur, just saying. Okay, Ola, Englund, Frankfurt. Let's just search for that. Not awkward. Okay, this is the little girl he's talking about. Yes! She's digging it! Ooh, ooh! Yes! Great! Oh, there it is. Oh, holy shit, that's awesome. Oh, my face. Get my face out of here. I want to watch that girl. Oh, that's cool, man. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, that made me really happy. Thank you so much. Frosh Lurch. I'm following your channel for quite some time, but never heard that you were on a university. In my job, I give advice and help to students who want to cancel their studies, and I'm always looking for some great role models who canceled university but still made it. Maybe even better than with university. What did you study and what happened? Okay, let's take it in this camera. Okay, I mentioned in the previous FAQ that I was at a university. Directly after school, I started university for electro engineering, okay, in Stockholm. I dropped out because basically I wasn't motivated. I was sick of school, and I also played Diablo. Not only because I played Diablo, but yeah. So I did a couple of courses there, took a couple of points. I went to the first math exam, but checked it through, put it down, and left. At that point, I had already decided that I would drop off. So I just wanted to go there to be able to say that I went to an exam for maths. And I just checked it through and then left. So after I started working and I had several jobs and I just did all of this music thing as a hobby by the side. And eventually I was lucky and started YouTube and I got you know, some sort of recognition there. And here I am sitting today in my office, leaning backwards like this, just like PewDiePie in his chair. I can do this. I can do this. Okay, let's take the next question like this. Is this the last question? Okay, it is. MF Music, it's a bit lonely for you alone in the new office right now, but I think you get used to it by time. Or maybe just put the paying friend somewhere so there's kind of company behind the desk or so. Laughing face. Actually, it's not that lonely. Well, right now it's actually kind of lonely because it's holidays and, you know, my brother's not here. But, you know, my wife is sitting here at the office and, you know, my brother is supposed to sit there. So I'm not really alone. Right now, my son is out there. He's playing Sonic, you know, because it's holidays and, you know, he doesn't start school until this coming week. So there you go. Great question. What is happening? Okay, so there you go. That was the last question. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This coming week is NAMM week. Me and Louise will go there and I will perform at the Dime Bash on Thursday. So if you're heading to that, you're gonna watch me fuck up some solos. But also I'm gonna be at NAMM. If you find me there, just, you know, grab my shoulder, say hi, take a picture with me, and yeah, just be awesome. Also, if you're a member and you're going to NAMM, see details in Discord for a secret little meetup. Oh, it's gonna be amazing meeting all my paying friends. Now, I'm really looking forward to NAMM. It's gonna be excellent and awesome. And until next time, questions in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Bye.